Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Ustaz Qayyum, for inviting me to speak today. I am sitting 7,000 miles away here in Ireland, and yet you have made room for my voice in your hall. This is a kindness I do not take lightly, and thank you, KMSS, for this opportunity. In the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, A'udhu billahi minash-shaytanir rajim, wa idh qala Musa li fatahu la abrahu hatta ablugha majma' al-bahrain aw amdiya huqba. Musa alayhi salam said to his servants, I will not rest until I reach the place where the two seas meet, even if it takes me years. Surah Al-Kahf, verses number 60. A prophet of Allah with scripture, and still the knowledge he was sent to find was not waiting for him at home. It was at the junction of two seas, and he had to walk there. Notice that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not send him a book. Allah sent him on a journey, an unusual one, a difficult one. For years, it was what it took. Some knowledge will not come to you while you sit still. It has to be traveled into. That is LLM, Lifelong Learning Module. That is learning beyond our four walls of a classroom. LLM has become the signature program of KMSS, not because no other schools run similar activities. Others do, but it is our signature because of where we place it, very close to our mind and very dear to our heart. Every year, LLM gets better, inshallah. Every year, our students look forward to it. Every year, the teacher raises the bar on themselves. LLM is dear to our mind because it is curated, deliberately grounded in the learning sciences and built on an experiential education framework. So let me be precise about something. LLM is not co-curriculum. LLM is core curriculum. In the classroom, our students learn reflectively and progressively as active learners. In LLM, the learning switches mode. It becomes hands-on. It becomes lived. Students see, feel, and experience how knowledge actually behaves once it leaves the page and enters the world. That is not an extra. That is the point. LLM is also dear to our heart because LLM is curated wholeheartedly with one hope, that our students fall in love with learning and then fall in love with it again and again. Self-discovery, hidden talent, an interest nobody noticed, a curiosity nobody had triggered. LLM activates all of it. Yes, there are challenges. There is frustration, anger, I'm sure you remember, exhaustion, and full thick and thin of any real journey. But it ends, I would say, the same way every time. Students come home cherishing what they went through and loving learning a little more than before. So for this year, 2026, let me name you group by group. Gen Q backpackers. Woo! You wrote the words of Allah in Braille so that a child nearby or even in Pulau Baik who cannot see the page could still read it. Blend and Bloom. You took the used cooking oil that every household throws away, and then you turn it into soap and gave the hand wash to the community at Seriti Kota Warisan. Waste into worth. Guardian of the Earth, you crossed a border. You did gotong royong at Lake Toba in a language that was not your own. Khalifah is not a title, it is a walk. Garden Chef, you composted, you saved seed, you harvested, you cooked, and then you handed sandwiches to strangers at the Stadium Mini Sepang. Seed to plate and plate to somebody else. That's amazing. And Woodcraft Wonders, where are you guys? You stood in front of a table, saw at Wisdact, and you did not flinch. Somewhere in this school, there is a furniture you built with your own hands. MashaAllah. I'm very proud of you. And wiring and technical training, you wired a circuit and lamp came on. To be honest, amanah and ihsan can be learned holding a screwdriver, and you learn them. All 6 of you, please listen carefully. LLM is not a school holiday. It is not a school trip. It is your parents investing in you so that you can discover a version of yourself as a learner that you had not previously believed or imagined. Honor that, make the most of it. So On this very special day, I have no intention to prolong my speech. To our guests and public joining us for the first time, you are genuinely welcome. You are not visiting a showroom. You are walking into a school with its work on display, and you are free to look closely. To parents considering KMSS for your child next year, inshallah, watch our students today, not our banners. Listen to how they talk about what they did. That will tell you more about this school than any brochure I or we could even write. And to our current parents, thank you so much for your trust and thank you for your investment. We know exactly what this costs. The program grows more expensive every year, and we fight hard to keep the figure as low as we honestly can. Please know that your money is treated as a trust, not a fee. To our teachers, thank you for planning LLM, executing it, and making it possible again and again. LLM does not happen by inspiration. It happens because you carry it. And not to forget, to the spouses and children of our teachers, thank you for lending us your husband, your wife, your abi, your ummi while LLM took place. We know the house was a bit quieter and heavier without them. The patience is part of this program, even though your names appear nowhere on the poster. So today, everyone, let us make the most of this exhibition. How I wish I could travel back to Malaysia to be there with you. Since I cannot, let me ask this of you instead. Ask our students questions. Invite them to share their reflections. And do not spare us. We welcome your criticism and your feedback with one intention only, which is to make learning happen and to make it accessible to as many as possible. So may Allah bless our teachers, our students, our parents, and the school. Thank you so much. Inshallah, till we meet again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.